गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। आज हम केमिस्ट्री के बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स के बारे में स्टडी करेंगे और बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स को समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। जब हम क्लास 11th में साइंस स्ट्रीम चूज़ करते हैं तो केमिस्ट्री एक सब्जेक्ट बन जाता है और इस सब्जेक्ट को ठीक से समझने के लिए हमें इसके बेसिक्स पता होने चाहिए, क्योंकि आगे चल कर के यही बेसिक्स के ऊपर पूरा केमिस्ट्री स्टैंड होता है। तो ये हमारे लिए काफ़ी इम्पॉर्टेंट हो जाता है। सबसे पहले केमिस्ट्री है क्या? तो केमिस्ट्री को डिफाइन कई तरीके से किया जा सकता है। हम इसे कह सकते हैं कि ये एक ब्रांच है जो कि प्रॉपर्टीज एंड कंपोजिशन ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस को स्टडी करती है। इसके साथ साथ ये एक सेंट्रल साइंस भी है। क्यों? क्योंकि ये फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री दोनों को रिलेट करता है, एक कनेक्टर का काम करती है और अप्लाइड साइंसेस में भी इसका यूज़ होता है। एक बहुत बड़ी स्ट्रीम होने के कारण इसको एक अम्ब्रेला में रखा नहीं जा सकता, इसलिए इसकी और भी ब्रांचेस डेवलप की गई हैं। इसमें फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री, इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, बायोकेमिस्ट्री एंड एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्रीज मेन है। Physical chemistry is the branch of chemistry which concern with the way in which physical properties or substances depend on and influence their chemical nature and properties and reaction. Means physical chemistry का टास्क ये है कि वो किसी भी पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस की फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ का अध्ययन करे और उसके थ्रू ये एक्सप्लेन करने का प्रयास करे कि किस तरह एक सब्सटेंस की फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ उसके केमिकल बिहेवियर को अफेक्ट करती हैं। इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री एक वो ब्रांच है फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री की तरह केमिस्ट्री की, जिसमें कि हम स्ट्रक्चर एंड कंपोजिशन एंड बिहेवियर को स्टडी करते हैं। किसी सब्सटेंस के स्ट्रक्चर, उसके कंपोजिशन एंड बिहेवियर को स्टडी करते हैं। इसमें हम इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स को ही चूज़ करते हैं। आगे हम समझेंगे कि इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स, ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स में डिफरेंस क्या है। अगली ब्रांच है ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री। ये एक बहुत वास्ट ब्रांच है। इसे नेचुरल केमिस्ट्री के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। इसमें हम प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ कार्बन, हाइड्रोकार्बन्स एंड देयर डेरिवेटिव्स, यानी कार्बन, हाइड्रोकार्बन और उनके डेरिवेटिव्स को स्टडी करते हैं। बायोकेमिस्ट्री, बायोकेमिस्ट्री एक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट फ्लूइड्स एंड सेल्स के केमिकल नेचर को स्टडी करती है, केमिकल कंपोजिशन को स्टडी करती है। इसी की हेल्प से ही हम अपने स्वास्थ्य के बारे में, अपनी हेल्थ के बारे में पता लगाया करते हैं। अगर नॉर्मल स्टैंडर्ड्स है इट मीन्स वी आर हेल्दी, अगर नॉर्मल स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है तो डॉक्टर हमें अनहेल्दी कहता है और मेडिसिन प्रिस्क्राइब करता है। एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री, एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री वो ब्रांच है जिसमें हम क्वालिटेटिव और क्वांटिटेटिव डिटर्मिनेशन करते हैं किसी सब्सटेंस का, यानी एज द नेम सिग्निफाइज एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिसर्च बेस्ड केमिस्ट्री है। ये किसी भी सब्सटेंस से को एनालाइज करने का काम करती है और एनालिसिस के बाद ही हम ये जान पाते हैं कि वो पार्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस मैनकाइंड के लिए कितना ज़्यादा यूज़फुल है या कितना ज़्यादा हार्मफुल है। आगे के पॉइंट्स पे चर्चा करते समय, फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग केमिस्ट्री, और इनफैक्ट आई शुड से द इंटायर साइंस begins with the small word that is known as matter. Matter is also referred as the unit of science. Matter is also referred as the unit of science. And matter can be defined as anything which used to have some mass and occupies some space. Further, matter is divided into three different types on the basis of physical composition and interaction between the molecules, solid, liquid and gases. And as we have already studied in earlier classes, especially in 9th class, in case of solid, the particles are very closely packed, and due to which there is large amount of intermolecular of forces of attraction used to work between them, and due to this large amount of force, solids used to have a definite shape and a definite volume. In the case of liquids, the intermolecular spaces between the particles are slightly higher than those of solids, which leads slightly weaker forces between them, and due to these weaker forces the shape of liquid becomes indefinite but the volumes remains definite, while in the case of gas there is large number of space available between the molecules, and therefore there is no fixed volume or shape of the matter in gaseous state. These matters are interconvertible, means a solid can be converted into liquid and a liquid can be converted into gas, and vice versa is also possible, that is gas can be converted into liquid and again liquid can be converted into solid. Okay, see, the conversion of solid into liquid is done by the process known as melting of solid, and scientifically this melting is known as fusion, and the conversion of liquid into gas is known as vaporization, and again the conversion of gas into liquid is known as condensation, and liquid back into solid is known as freezing. And if a solid gets directly converted into gaseous state without being converted into liquid state, then the process is referred as sublimation, and if a gas directly converts into solid, then the process is known as deposition. So this is how the change of states of matter used to process. Now the classification of matter at macroscopic level. Macroscopic means something which can be viewed. Macro means huge and scopic means viewed. These are huge particles, means huge differences which can be easily viewed by our eyes. So as far as the macroscopic configuration is concerned, matter is divided into two parts, mixtures and the pure substances. And here is the flow chart which tells us about how the matter is classified. So it is clearly given over here that matter is divided into two parts, mixtures and pure substances, And mixtures are again divided into two parts, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures, and the pure substances are also divided into two parts, elements and compounds. Now let's see what are the mixtures. Mixture may contain two or more substances without any proper ratio, and they do not undergo any chemical change. A mixture may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. In homogeneous mixture, the components completely mix with each other and its composition is uniform throughout. But in the case of heterogeneous, it is not possible. In this, mixture is not uniform throughout and sometimes different phases can be absorbed. Now there is a question in the mind that how we can define the term phase. Phase can be defined that a distinct portion of matter that is uniform throughout in the composition and properties. एक ऐसा पोर्शन, हिस्सा जो थ्रू आउट सेम हो, यूनिफॉर्म हो, चाहे उसके कंपोजिशन की बात करें चाहे उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज की बात करें, उसे हम फ्रेज कह सकते हैं. नाउ द प्योर सब्सटेंसेस. Actually, what do we mean by pure? Anything having individual composition, or we can say only one composition, may be referred as pure substances. Means a milk is pure. We may refer a milk as a pure substance only when there is no water added in it. Means if a milk remains milk, then only we may say it that the milk is pure. Like a material containing only one substance is called as pure substance. Okay, now elements. Element is defined as the pure substance that contains only one kind of particles depending upon the physical and chemical properties. The elements are further divided into three classes: metals, non-metals and metalloids. And now we have the compound. Compounds are what? Compounds are also formed by the combination of pure substances. That is, we require two or more pure substances to form a compound. While forming a compound, the substances used to combine in a fixed ratio and produces a new well-defined substance by undergoing a permanent chemical change. So this is the compound. The example of element may be referred as, some metals can be referred as the examples of elements, like we may refer iron, copper, etc. But while concerning the compounds, we may refer carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide, water as the best examples of compounds. Now, properties of matter. In science, which we used to study only two types of properties: physical properties, chemical properties. Literally, we may say that all the properties which we can get by the help of our five senses may be referred as the physical properties. Means the properties which we used to get, which we used to know by the help of our five senses are known as physical properties. More precisely, the physical properties are those properties which can be measured or observed without changing the identity or composition of the substances. Some examples of physical properties are color, odor, melting point, boiling point, density, etc. Chemical properties. Chemical properties are actually the properties in which a chemical change is found out. Means while studying the chemical property of a substance, we have to change the physical property of the same substance for which we want to study the chemical property. The examples of chemical properties are reactions of different substances. This includes acidity, basicity and combustibility, etc. Measurement. All such quantities which we came across during our scientific studies are known as physical quantities. Evidently, the measure of any physical quantity consists of two parts. Number one, the number, and number two, the unit. A unit is defined as a standard of reference chosen to measure a physical quantity. Means एक रेफरेंस यूज किया जाएगा जिसके थ्रू हम किसी चीज को मेजर करेंगे. लाइक वी यूज टू टेक मीटर फॉर मेजरिंग द लेंथ. So meter is what? Meter is a standard reference, or we may say it's a unit by which we used to measure the what? A physical quantity. Now SI, that is International System of Units, SI units. Actually, before the emergence of SI unit, the whole globe was divided into two parts. One part was using MKS system and the another part was using CGS system. In CGS system, people used to use centimeter, gram, second, and in MKS system, people used to use meter, kilogram, seconds, which was not fruitful for a union operating internationally, or I may say globally. And in order to rectify इन दोनों को एक करने के लिए एक standardized system बना, and that system is referred as SI system of units. In this system, something has been taken from the MKS and something has been taken from the CGS, and this system is applied all over the world by the team which is responsible for the scientific studies. So here is the table showing what are the units for different physical quantities. Unit of length is meter, unit of mass is referred as kilogram, unit of time is second, unit of electric current is ampere, unit of thermodynamic temperature is Kelvin. Okay, now what do you mean by thermodynamic temperature? Any system which is taking energy and working and then used to release some work is known as thermodynamic system, and temperature at which a thermodynamic system operates is referred as thermodynamic temperature. Now amount of substance. The unit of amount of substance is mole, and the unit of the intensity, that is luminous intensity, is candela. Okay, now the very important, some important definitions. Mass and weight. We all are aware that mass of a substance is uniform and cannot be changed from one place to another. But weight is what? Weight is dependable mass. That is, weight depends upon what? The gravity. Now volume, density, temperature are what? These are the physical conditions which we should know for studying the physical properties, chemical properties, etc. Now, the entire chemistry is filled by chemical reactions, and those reactions are governed by certain laws, and these laws are covered under the umbrella known as the laws of chemical combination. The first law is law of conservation of mass, which implies that the mass of reactants participating in a given reaction will be equal to the mass of products present or formed in that reaction. Law of constant or definite proportion. This law indicates that the combining ratio of reactant will be same in the case of products as well. Now, the law of multiple proportion means two substances may combine in multiple proportions to give multiple products. Law of reciprocal proportion, law of Gay-Lussac law for volume, and the Avogadro law. It's a very specific law which used to deal with the gaseous state of matter, and it informs that at same temperature and pressure the given volume of gas used to have same number of molecules. So this is all about the today's lecture. If you have any doubts or query, you can mention it in the comment section. Please refer. I'll also provide this PDF for any further reference. But if you really want to ask any question, you are most welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the day.